What the actual just happened? Oh my god, day 2 is worse than day 1. I don't know what just happened. I literally feel like somebody hurled me out of a moving bus. How many of you feel the same way after watching day 2 of Speed Week with Tim Kuniskis, where I believe wholeheartedly every fiber of his body wanted to scream out, screw this, I quit. But he makes a lot of money, and I believe he sold his soul to be able to get up there with a straight face and say that an Alfa Romeo Tonale or Tonale, whatever it is a Dodge and is a muscle car or a gateway to a muscle car, or in any way, shape, or form allowed to be even compared to, included in the same sentence with muscle, with the Hemis, with performance. No question, the car will probably have some good performance for what it is, which to me is a cheap grocery getter. That's what it is. You can put a Hellcat motor in that ugly thing, and I'm still not going to like it. I've never been into the Alfa Romeo. I've never liked them. Didn't understand them. They weren't a thing to me. But for somebody to take an Alfa Romeo, put a new front end on it, and then tell me that it's this really cool, hip, awesome Hornet, like, I want to pull my hair out of my head. Like, do you really think we're buying that? So, sorry to start this video so negative, but I have no problem with Dodge putting out some good fuel efficient grocery getter basic commuter cars with a little bit of performance to them. I have no problem with that. I was a fan of the old GLH. This is an Alfa Romeo, okay? But I was a fan of that old GLH. My buddy and I used to talk about those things all the time and had high regard. But this is not the same. They took a grocery getter, they created a car, as he said, for the young people and for the economic, fuel-efficient car hunters. But to try to convince us that that car should be in the same class as any of the prior Dodge performance cars, it's ridiculous. Why not just leave it where it should be, which is if you want an economic SUV to cruise around under 30,000 bucks and maybe 40 grand if you want something a little bit quicker with a little performance, that's cool. Toyota makes the same things. You can get a 6-cylinder and a Camry. There's things you can do. That's cool. Sell that. But please don't try to sell us an Alfa Romeo and tell me that it's a super mean, awesome Hornet that'll sting you and that rides with its buddies, the Dodge Challengers and Chargers and Hellcats. It's just not fair. So my initial opinions on that on day 2 is I threw up in my mouth, and I would love to know what you all think. That was underwhelming isn't even a word. Now I get it. That was a gateway to muscle. So maybe tomorrow when they talk about the next gen muscle, maybe they'll roll something out really cool. Maybe they'll roll something out that will get us excited again. And I'll tell you, when I say my prayers before I go to sleep tonight, it will include, will Dodge please roll something out that will keep us all tied in. But after today, it's clear that this old dude is not who they're marketing to anymore. He said it. He said the younger demographic he was selling to Wall Street. I hope everybody understands what just happened when he was talking about the numbers and the millions and the zillions of people who are looking for cars like that. He was telling Wall Street the size of the market and how they're going to go after a big chunk of that market. And that was absolutely to the shareholders. That was to Wall Street. That was not to the consumers. To tell the consumers that they made a car for the consumers, well, let the consumers make that decision. But they told Wall Street today, hey, look, we made something we could sell to everybody, and we're going to make it sound really cool. And I will tell you, nobody, no car manufacturer can market like Dodge can market. Up until that thing rolled out onto the screen, I absolutely was on the edge of my seat. The Hornets flying around, the incredible screens and graphics and all that just testosterone. It seemed like something was going to come out. Even under the cover, I thought maybe they were bringing the Magnum back. Maybe there was something cool that they were going to bring back. Then they pulled the cover off and they rolled those things out, and I saw my parents' Toyota CHR roll out onto the showroom, and I was blown away, like many of you, I'm sure. Now, I want to set my expectations low for tomorrow. Today was just, we're going to roll this thing out. We're going to tell you it's a Dodge. We're going to make it sound amazing. We're going to market the daylights out of it. We're going to tell Wall Street, look, we're going to cover this huge segment of the market so that maybe they can make something really cool and fun. But I think we all know what's going to happen tomorrow. It's going to be an all-electric muscle car if they roll something out. And again, I'm not into that. Even if somebody asked me the other day, what if they made a Dodge electric muscle car in, the a CUDA body or something, or a Charger body, a new redesigned body? What if they did something that it was just such an aggressive, cool looking car and it would beat a Tesla Plaid? Would you be excited then? No, I would not be excited then. For me, I'm not out to try to beat a Tesla Plaid. Do you know, I think you all do know, that kids right now, for Christmas, many of them get bicycles with electric batteries on them. How many of you, comment below, had to pedal your bicycle everywhere you went? And you pedaled that thing until your legs were rubber by the end of the day. During the summertime, we rode to the beach, and we rode, 20 plus miles, all of us, 5, 6 of us on our BMX bikes, riding to the beach. And some of us would be down just laying on grass at the end. We'd grab the water hose and drink right out of it and just lay there and go, wow, what a day. Legs tired, exhausted. To me, that was beautiful days. We would jump our bikes in dirt pits and break our arms, which I did do. And the toughest, the strongest, were faster on those bicycles. The ones who rode harder, rode more. The ones who had the cooler bikes, the red lines, maybe were a little faster. My friend Tony, at 13, had legs like tree trunks. I couldn't keep up with that kid. He could literally smoke the rear tire of his BMX bicycle for like 20 feet before it got traction. This kid was incredible. That's pure muscle, in my opinion. An electric bike against Tony would have smoked Tony. And I am not giving a trophy to the guy on the electric bike. That's the way I look at these electric cars. It's the best analogy I can give you. Someone had to wrench on these internal combustion engines for over 150 years to get to the place we are at today, to be selling as a production car a 700 plus horsepower machine that will smoke its tires, snort, make all kinds of noise, smell like gasoline and exhaust, and sometimes it'll break, it'll explode, the drive shaft will snap off, the rear end will break, hell, you'll blow a tire. And then you'll put it back together again and go. But the Tesla, or these electric cars, you aren't going to be able to do anything with them. It's going to pull up, and whatever it does is what it's going to do. That's it. Right now, with the right to repair laws and the technology behind these things, it's already hard to crank into some of the newer cars, to do anything with some of the newer cars. After fiber optics and all the other technology, it's hard to even put stereo systems in some of the newer cars because you can't even tap into the wiring without screwing something up. But just imagine what it's going to be like with these electric cars. So do I want something that'll just beat a Tesla? No. I'm never looking to beat a Tesla. And on my bicycle, I'm never going to go out looking for a guy in an electric powered bike to try to beat him. Sure, much better technology, but I like the idea that the one day, if I worked hard enough, maybe I can take Tony down. Maybe if Tony slips on his pedal, I can beat Tony in a bike race. Maybe if I practice enough, I could jump a little further, a little higher on my bike against Tony. But you give the dumbest kid in the neighborhood an electric bike and a helmet and some good medical insurance, and that clown's gonna out-jump me and out-race me all day long. So for that reason, I don't care what your Tesla can do. I want a muscle car, and I'm gonna buy one. I wanna tell them to keep their jailbreak. After today's announcement, I stood up and I go, no. When he said the younger people want this thing, my daughter was standing there looking at the TV and she goes, ew. Her reaction at almost 16 years old was, ew, ew. So I don't know what young people he's talking about, but maybe they'll buy that thing, and maybe it'll be a great commuter car. And you know what? I'm all for that, no problem. But don't sell it to me as a muscle car. Don't sell it to me as anything close to a muscle car. Sell it to me as an awesome soccer mom, soccer dad, soccer whoever. Don't sell it to me as a muscle car or a sports car in any way, shape, or form. And don't try to make it sound like it's going to invoke some kind of spirit and emotion from those of us who love horsepower. That's the only place I had to draw the line and call a little BS. Because I am absolutely convinced that inside Tim's head, when he was talking, he had to been thinking, what the hell am I selling right now? He's not the guy to sell that. Let the other guys sell that. But again, folks, the world's about Wall Street. The world's about Wall Street. And the almighty stock price, that's what they're shooting for. So they'll sell massive amounts of those little things. I'm sure they will. Not to me, not to anyone in my family, and certainly not to anyone who wants to continue to be my friend. It's just not going to happen. But hopefully tomorrow's better. Hopefully they roll something out. A hybrid would be awesome. I know it's probably not going to happen. But hybrid is a sustainable, real technology that isn't dependent on a grid that is already failing. You know, I can't wash a pair of socks in the summertime in my house without taking down the neighborhood's electrical grid. I mean, that's the reality of it. We've got a massive amount of our energy in California that over the years have come from hydroelectric, which was all great until the drought came and Lake Mead's half empty, and now we have to outsource most of our electricity to other states that are using fossil fuels for electricity. So I do believe it's a whole different conversation, but the electric cars are just a massive scam. But the hybrid technology, that's brilliant stuff, and that is absolutely works independent from the grid, not dependent upon plugging into my wall in my house, and is absolutely a proven technology, and I would be okay with that. That would be a nice bridge. Give me a great 6-cylinder with a great backup electric motor, and you know what? I'm willing to do that. That I don't like it, but that's a bridge for me. I don't know how you all feel about this, but please comment below. Let me know what you think. Argue with me. Tell me you're all excited about the electric cars coming. Tell me you love this Alfa Romeo with a Dodge emblem on it. And you know what? I'll respect your opinion. Respect mine. It is what it is. They pretty much told me that I'm old, and all of us older people, they don't care anymore. It's at least that's how I felt. Even though I'm just going to say this respectfully, we have money. Don't take this the wrong way, folks. We have lots of money. We have lots of extra money to spend on things. And they want to just get rid of us, which is totally cool, because someone will make us something, or I will have my jailbreak and I'll just hold on to that thing. Even though earlier I just wanted to call up and cancel that thing and say, forget it, I'm going to go buy something else. I'm going to go find something else. I'm going to go buy an older car. I digress. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, stay motivated. Comment below. Let me know what you think. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Hope tomorrow's better.